Welcome to My Life in Coasters, where today I'm back here at Thorpe Park, where it's a really sunny day and it's also my first visit of 2026. I don't know how, it's nearly a month since the park opened. Actually, it might be over a month and I've still not been here yet. One of my local parks, I love it here at Thorpe Park. There's going to be so much for me to see today. New changes, I think there's some construction going on, but mainly I'm looking forward to getting back on some of the UK's or the UK's best rides, like Hyperia, Swarm. So yeah, it's about 9:30 in the morning. I'm here ready for opening, and let's go and wait at one of the holding areas. So that's the sort of queue just to get down to Swarm. I might try and work back over actually and run to Hyperia. I've never done it before, so I'm going to try the Hyperia run, I think.
Everyone's going to start running. Do you want to?
That's one. That's one thing we should do as well. See where
Right, that waiting area is absolutely rammed, so I've come down here to the end one. It's all very empty, but that's about to change. Yeah, we've got about 10 minutes left until park opening, and I know where I'm going. Right, let's go single rider. Hopefully not too many people have had this idea, and I'm on my own at the minute, so yeah. Oh, it's pretty much empty. Perfect. Wow, there was a bit of a run, but there was 4 people in front of me, 3 people in single rider. Yeah, I got on the second train of the day on there. That was awesome. The single rider, all the queues are built up quite a lot now. The queues all the way down back now back to Burger King, so it's certainly a busy one. The thing what I'll do is I'll head over to Soar before that gets busy. There's only a 55-minute wait for Hyperia though, which isn't too bad. Of course, running 2 trains. Another thing that made that ride, it was so like clear and sunny, so the view I had was amazing. I could see like Heathrow Airport. Yeah, it was really good on there. Really good ride. Row 8 on Hyperia. I don't think Soar's going to be too busy. Actually, it looks like Soar is on a delayed opening. It's a Merlin Park, I forgot about that. Merlin Park, delayed openings. See how it's riding this year then. Row 12 on Colossus all done there. It was about a 15-minute wait, so it wasn't riding too bad, so I don't mind waiting 15 minutes for it. I don't ride it that often because it's quite uncomfortable. That'll do me for a good few months, if not the season, but I like to normally give Colossus another go around Friday nights, but still, it is a good ride. I do enjoy it, but I mainly ride it for those inversions at the end. The loop, the corkscrews are just a bit too rough for me, but the rolls at the end, the Heartline rolls, you've got 5 of them in total. That is the reason I ride Colossus. So yeah, it's still pretty good. I'm going to head into the main bit of the park, maybe do Stealth or Inferno. Although, 5 minutes for Rush. I wouldn't do it that often because it's got a short cycle, but with what's going to be a busy day today, I thought I may as well do any rides that are a short queue. very fun, albeit short ride on Rush there. I just wish they'd extend the cycles, because that is probably the best flat ride, or one of the best flat rides in the UK. It's so intense, the airtime you get at the top is incredible, but you get like 1 or 2 full swings and it's like, that's it, it's over, off you get. So that's why I don't wait for it that often, but Rush is still a great ride, so I'd rather wait longer and get a longer ride cycle on there. But yeah, Rush, really good. Done 3 rides and it's only like 20 to 11, so that's really good going for Thorpe Park on a Saturday. It doesn't look like tidal waves open, unfortunately. I might have given it a go today because the weather's quite nice and I've got a spare change of clothes, so I might have done it today, but yeah, tidal wave is closed. I think for the moment we'll stick to the theme of flat rides or drop towers and we'll do Detonator. Only 5 minutes for Detonator, that's why I've picked this one, because the next queue after this for a coaster is probably going to be a long one, so I thought I'll get some short queues done while things like Detonator are only 5 minutes. Detonator done there, really good ride on there. It packed such a punch and they were really getting it sent out there. Yeah, saying that, all the rides here, the operations, it's like being at a German theme park. They've been absolutely smashing the trains out. Like Colossus, that was really quick. As soon as one hit the brake run, next one was out. Same for Hyperia, and the same on Detonator there. I think the queue's about 40 minutes, so I'm going to give Stealth a ride. And it's 20 years of Stealth this year, so riding it on its 20th anniversary year is pretty cool.
It's a prime example of the Stealth effect. Interesting note that Carson has...
Not just yet though.
Closed.
There's a few updates on the WWTP radio around the Amity Beach area. Amity Beach? Amity Speedway, isn't it, around Stealth? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Over here at Rumba Rapids now, unfortunately, it's no more. These blue construction walls mean that the time the Rapids has in the park has sadly come to an end. However, I think it's going to mean much brighter things for the future of this area. I expect there'll be another coaster. I think they even hinted that there would be somewhere, did Thorpe Park. So I think it's going to be a way away. I think we can expect this around 2028, 2029 at the earliest. But whatever's coming here, I think will be very exciting. But for now, let's head around and do Nemesis Inferno. 45 minutes for Nemesis Inferno. That's one of the longest queues in the park, so I'm going to swerve that for now. I have my doubts that Nemesis Inferno's queue is only 45 minutes because it's all the way up here. So it goes all the way around there, then into the cattle pen. I've started doing this now, so I'll have a quick look at the food prices. This is a hot dog van. It seems to be the same van that they have at loads of theme parks around the world, not just Merlin parks, literally everywhere. Yeah, the bratwurst sausage is £12.50 there, and then you can see all the prices. Drinks are £3.50, so not too bad there, especially when you compare it to some of the other parks like Legoland and Chessington. On the drinks, the hot dogs are quite expensive, especially if they're like rollover ones, but it said bratwurst sausage, so they might be alright in there. I don't know what I'm doing because I hate this ride, but yeah, I'm doing Samurai. See if I like it this year. Well, I didn't hate Samurai as much as I usually do. Parts of it I really enjoy, like the really intense flipping. But yeah, it's when it's going like slow upside down. I don't know why, because I love it on coasters like Hyperia. But yeah, some flat rides that do it, I just don't like it. So I've done Samurai. I won't do it again for a while, but still, glad I did it. It took like 2 minutes to get on in single rider. The main queue's like 25 minutes. I have also just spotted this. It looks to be remnants of the old railway. I unfortunately never got to visit the park, when that area was here, but obviously we've got something arguably much bigger. Well, it is much bigger, and I'd say much better now. Well, SOAR is open now, so I'm going to do the single rider queue. It's turning into a bit of a single rider video, but it does save you a lot of time. And if you are on your own like me, you may as well go in them anyway. How long is the single rider? There's barely anyone in it. Perfect.
I was really enjoying SOAR back in 2025, so I thought, oh, it'll be riding just as smooth this year. Unfortunately, I've come off there with a bit of a headache. That was not smooth. I think that might be the worst ride I've ever had on SOAR. It was a back row outside seat. If you do single rider, you're most of the time going to get an outside seat, but yeah, the back row outside seat, that was not good at all. I was sort of waiting for it to be over. What I did spot on there though is a very empty Hyperia single rider queue, so I think you can guess where I'm heading to now.
Yeah, if single rider's as empty as I think it's going to be, I might be able to get some laps in on Hyperia, but you never know, it could get busy very quickly, so I don't think I'll be that lucky. I'll still have one ride now at least though on Hyperia. Yeah, it's definitely built up a little bit since I did SOAR, but it's still not too bad at all.
Well, I've just had another ride on Hyperia. I put my sunglasses on because the sun was out, and then a big cloud's just come over, so I can take them off now. Yeah, single rider to about 25 minutes there, as I was expecting. Not too bad at all. It's a little bit longer now, so I can probably expect nearer 40 minutes. But the main queue is 100 minutes there, so yeah, if you have got a Platinum Fast Track with your Platinum Pass, you can't use it when the queue is over 90 minutes, so do remember that.
Yeah, this t-shirt's pretty cool here. It is just like a transfer, but I like the fact it's actually an image and you've got some info on there about the ride. Anything else new? Well, it's the Hyperia track hoodie. I think, if I remember rightly, oh no, it's just got the track on the front. There, that's £40, so that's quite good for a hoodie, and obviously you'll get 20% off if you're a Merlin or Thorpe Park pass holder. This t-shirt, this has been around since the ride opens, just says Hyperia on the side, a bit more subtle there. Have a bit of a sparkly, subtle one there, it's quite good. I got some long sleeve Hyperia t-shirts right there. That Hyperia print is new, I might come back and pick that up later. Got some rugs, cushions, there's all sorts. There's even hats for the ride as well now. Not just caps, woolly hats. Well, it's now 12 o'clock, and to say I've had 2 rides on Hyperia and it's on a 105-minute queue, I'm pretty happy considering I've not used any sort of fast track. The only thing I've used is single rider.
Yeah, I do think the merch they do here at Thorpe Park is great though. I've still got one of the original t-shirts from the old logo on. I'm still wearing it around the park. It's a long sleeves. Yeah, it was the only thing I could get when they changed the logo. So I'm not that keen on it, to be honest, but I thought I wanted a t-shirt or something that had the original logo and stuff on it. So yeah, walking around in this today, very bright, put it that way.
Yeah, the park queue times have gone up significantly since I've been in the single rider queue for Hyperia. I imagine what might have happened, a lot of people arrived at security at like 10 o'clock and it's taken a while to get through, and yeah, now the queues have shot up.
I think what we'll do now, while it's busy for a second, we'll check out some of the updates to see around the park.
I'm 99% sure, I might be wrong, that this has all been resurfaced. I remember it having a different floor last year, it looks pretty fresh. So yeah, really looking good. Around the back of the arcade and Nemesis Inferno, yeah, looks to have all been resurfaced. Looking really fresh. The area just behind Tidal Wave. So here at Amity Beach then, you'll notice this is quite a big area, or at least it used to be. It used to span all the way over towards that marquee. Now Amity Beach is reduced to this little area just here, and over here is the new for, I guess it's a new for 2026 area. It's not going to feature any rides, however, it's going to feature food venues, a stage and various benches and things. So yeah, here's a look at it, the Launchpad. I think this is a great idea. It was closed a lot of the time, it didn't look very nice. And what Thorpe Park needs, this central hub of the area, especially around Friday nights and on the busy days, gets really clogged up with guests and things. So I think this is a good idea. It's going to be a big area. It's going to have a stage, I think. I know it originally was. I know they cut back plans because Merlin, you know. But still, I think it's looking really good. Got all the flooring laid. We can have a look at all the different benches. They've got loads ready to go. There'll be plenty of seating in this area, and there's going to be some food venues over there, and then there's going to be a big stage at the end as well, I think. In addition to that, they've replanted a lot of this stuff, I believe, and redone, or it's got a nice fence now. It's just got a very clean, modern look, and I think it's a great thing for Thorpe Park. I think this is really going to improve the feel of the park. People who don't go on rides and things, it's somewhere nice to sit down, or if you're just having lunch, it's a great idea. Launchpad, I can expect it to open probably around Maybank holiday, the later one in Maybank holiday, not the one coming up, because yeah, still a bit to do on it, but probably 5 or 6 weeks away from opening now would be my best guess. Bit of a look at another angle of Launchpad. More of these, what I imagine will be flagpoles with benches around. It's quite nice, and I think that is probably going to be the stage. That looks to be some sort of maybe changing room or staff room. And then we've got some other prop things. Not sure what they are. Very bright and colourful in Thorpe Park's colouring though. So yeah, looking good. I'll be excited to see how this area comes along. I'm here at the park quite a lot, so I'm sure I'll probably be able to see it next time when it's nearly done. But yeah, like I said, I'm expecting it to be around 5 or 6 weeks. That's just my best guess. It might be a lot sooner. I mean, they've poured the floor, so yeah, who knows. Right, let's go and have a look over at Swarm now, see if there's anything to see around there. I think I'll probably have a ride, because out of all the big coasters, it had the shortest queue, I think, of around 50 minutes. So still a pretty big queue for Swarm, but I'll give it a go. First time doing it this year. Advertised at 55 minutes. It's currently 25 past 12, so yeah, we'll see what time I get off of here. Hopefully it won't be too long. I mean, it should be about 20 past 1, shouldn't it, I think. Only a 40-minute wait there for the Swarm, which was really good actually. 15 minutes less than advertised. I'm happy with that. So I've done 4 of the major coasters. Only Stealth and Nemesis Inferno left to do now. I've found a new slogan for Merlin Entertainments. Whoops. I think that sums up the state of the park's ride availability pretty well at the minute. Right, let's try again. 20th anniversary year for Stealth, and now I'm going to get my ride, hopefully.
Hi, this is Big Bob Jones.
great to get back on stealth there. I was riding in the middle of the train, but still really intense, that launch. And as you go up into the top hat, yeah, that's also really, really intense. There's a bit of a challenge going around. I think it was like Ride Comparisons or someone who started it, where you're meant to hold your hands up on the sort of acceleration up the hill, or just as you come off the launch. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd be able to do it, but I'll have to give it a try next time I ride stealth. But yeah, really good to get back on there. It's riding really well, as stealth. I'll be very sad to see it go when it leaves Thorpe Park, but yeah, unfortunately I don't think that's going to be too far away. I think next 5 years or something we might be saying goodbye to stealth. Yeah, the best thing I can say for that is just ride it while you can, because it is such an incredible ride to have here in the UK. Oh dear, there is stealth. It's just got there and rolled back. That was really weird. That was a failed launch. It only got to about there. I sat here and I leapt up because I thought that's not right. So I don't know what's happened. There was no big bang, so I don't think it's a cable snap or anything. But I've never seen it do that. Yeah, look at that. Stealth is, well, broken, but yeah, it looks like everyone's alright. I don't think the cable snapped. Yeah, there we are. There is stealth. It's been sat there for a good 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah, that was really weird what I just witnessed on stealth. The train got halfway along the launch. There was a bit of a weird noise, and then it sort of rolled back. It only went not even a quarter of a way up the top hat there. It's now stopped by the station, but yeah, that was really weird to witness. I was just sat there having my sandwich. I'd seen like 10 launches, and then there was that one that I heard, and I thought that's not right. I had a look up, and then yeah, there the train was just coming back. So yeah, a bit of a rollback there. Glad I got my ride, because obviously it is closed now. Just a short temporary stoppage on Hyperia. It's just reopened, so that's really good. See what the single rider queue is like. If not, I've got my Platinum Fast Track with my Merlin pass, so I'll probably use that. Done the single rider queue for Hyperia, and it took around about 45 minutes. So yeah, it was good to get back on there. The queue's more than 90 minutes, so I can't use my Platinum Pass to fast track the queue, but I'm going to use it on Nemesis Inferno. The main queue is 75 minutes at the minute, so yeah, I'll use it on here. There's the last big coaster I need to do today. Done Nemesis Inferno. Of course, I had my Platinum Merlin pass, so I was able to fast track the queue. I only waited 5 minutes, so that was really good. And yeah, it was riding really well, I thought. A lot better than it was last year, because last year it had a bit of a sort of rattle and quite a big vibration. This year it's still got the vibration, but yeah, the rattle's not as bad, so enjoyed that. That was Nemesis Inferno. Gonna start making my way out of the park now. Yeah, I haven't mentioned it yet, but I can't actually stay at the park until park close. I have got to head out a little bit early, about 2 hours before park close, but at least I've still managed to get on a decent amount of rides today. Of course, if I could, I would have stayed until the end of the day. Probably done Hyperia again, got around some of the other flat rides, probably re-ridden like Stealth and Swarm, but yeah, I'm heading out of the park now. A lot of the queues are busy anyway. I'll check out the island shop before I go though. We've got some old flying, or not old merch, it's new merch for this year, but it's got the old Flying Fish logo. That's pretty good. We've got some different vintage ones. Just the standard logo there. Different colours. Oh, and we've got a nice Loggers Elite one. Embroidered the old Thorpe Park logo there. And we turn it around, look at that, that is lovely. £25 for that one. Of course, you've got all the plain Thorpe Park merch. I think this is quite nice. It does look really good for what it is. Thorpe Park socks right there, £7.50. Duffel bags are £30, and we're about £25 on t-shirts. Quite a plain sort of sweatshirt, t-shirt there, but I still quite like it. Oh, if you want a bit of a shirt here, is it a shirt? Yeah, it is a button-up shirt. Saw the ride there, that's certainly quite a lot going on, but I do quite like it in a weird way. Big bears. What's this? A big Hyperia bear, looks quite angry there. All sorts of like plush and stuff. Got this big Hyperia cushion, that's quite nice, isn't it? Hyperia t-shirts here, this is a new one I think, this white t-shirt. Have we got a price? Oh yeah, we have £30, yeah, so most of the Hyperia t-shirts do have a bit of a markup. Got this one here, just sort of plain logo on there. That's only £20, so if you want more of a budget t-shirt, this one's going to work for you. And then yeah, if you want something a bit more impressive, that one's there as well. This is the hoodie. I've owned this hoodie since Hyperia's opening day, and I've worn it ever since. It's lasted really well. It's been washed probably hundreds of times, and it's survived every one.
Yeah, because I decided to go on Inferno, I am in a little bit of a rush, so I couldn't have a full look around the shop. But yeah, I've got to go and jump on a bus now, so I couldn't have more of an in-depth look, but I had a look to showcase the main new bits I could spot just from having a quick walk around. When I come back to the park and do another update, then yeah, of course, I'll have another look around the shop, show you some of the other bits as well. But for now, that is all for this video. It's been good to get back to Thorpe Park. It's taken me, well, over a month since it opened, and I've been itching to get back down here. Had a chance to today. It wouldn't have been a full day, but I thought, yeah, I'll come down to the park, get on some of the rides. I wasn't that bothered about not doing everything. I wanted to get back on Hyperia, just get on some of these thrilling coasters, because yeah, other than that, down south it's like Legoland, Chessington and my other sort of local parks. So yeah, getting back on thrill coasters, that was my main aim today. Saw a little bit of the new area, can't remember what it's called now. Launchpad, that's it, same as the same name as the ride at Blackpool. And yeah, that is all. I'm now heading out of Thorpe Park. Got a speedboat going under there with a guy paddleboarding, or something, not paddleboarding is it, on the back of it. But anyway, yeah, that is all from Thorpe Park. I'll see you on the next down here in a few weeks' time for some sort of a video, whether that's a vlog, I don't know. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.